There's a warning from the building industry that London's housing crisis could worsen if there's a hard Brexit. It says importing crucial materials from EU countries will become harder, and BBC London has spoken to merchants who are already stockpiling to prepare for the worst. Here's our Brexit reporter, Mark Ashdown.
Two things drive the building industry: ready access to raw materials and people wanting to move or improve their homes. Right now, both are up in the air thanks to Brexit. A drop in consumer confidence, coupled with possible delays getting goods into the country, could spell disaster.
We have a housing crisis in the UK. I think everybody knows that. Anything that impacts on the availability of those materials, which prevents us from building those homes, is important. The knock-on effect is are those houses going to be built? Are those extensions going to be built?
The good news, nearly 80% of raw materials like bricks and cement are made here in the UK. But it's no good building a house if you can't put a roof on. Now, one material which is heavily imported is timber. There are strict rules and regulations around sourcing and sustainability. And at the moment, trading within the EU is simple and straightforward. There's a blanket agreement. So striking individual trade deals going forwards could make things much more complicated. Mainly because it is such a just-in-time business. This timber yard has increased its stock by a third in case of import delays. But stockpiling ties up cash flow, a gamble if homeowners keep tightening their belts.
We're involved in the RMI market, which is repair, maintenance and improvement, jobbing builders really, loft conversions, garage extensions, and if the homeowner then decides not to invest, there's any uncertainty, then of course they won't be booking those jobs and hence we won't be moving the timber to them.
This merchant is also stockpiling and increasingly giving credit to customers too. It's pulling at his business from both ends. And as usual, some answers from politicians wouldn't go amiss.
Whether we have a deal or we don't have a deal, we will have an impact. The question is, what is that impact? And the sooner we know whether it's a deal or a no-deal Brexit, the sooner we'll have that information. And I think that's the key for us at the moment. We need to know which way is our exit heading. And then we can start to really plan in the detail.
Finding builders may be another issue. Almost half of all construction workers in London come from the EU and already seem to be returning home.
We already have shortages in skilled on-site labour, particularly in professions such as bricklaying, carpenters, plasterers, and we have a further demographic issue in the UK workforce where 500,000 workers are set to retire over the next 10 years.
A push on homegrown skills training will help, but it all adds up to a headache in an industry vital to building London's future. Mark Ashdown, BBC London News.